What's up, everybody? It's Andy V. I hope everybody had a great weekend. You know what I mean? Um, we this weekend we had a, the speech by Joe Biden, the joint session of Congress, right? With like I don't know, 200 people that got the golden Willy Wonka ticket to go there, fell asleep, right? Everybody's wearing a mask. Everybody's vaccinated, right? He just had a speech saying, "Hey, we can lower some standards and everything else, right? If you're vaccinated, blah blah blah." CDC guidelines saying if everybody's vaccinated, right, you don't have to really wear a mask and everything else, right? Like, and everybody, it's all theater, right? Fear, fear, be in fear all the time, be in fear, right? The invisible enemy is gonna get you somewhere, some way, but never when you're sleeping. Oh. Or in Texas, or in Florida. Weird. Weird. Just skips those places. Only in Democratic areas. Only way you gotta be afraid. Isn't that weird though? Everybody's not tripping on that. They can just keep we're just gonna keep restricting stuff. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris aren't even on the CDC COVID calls for all the governors. They really don't know what's going on, but he's gonna come out here and be like, "Oh yeah, guys, don't trip. I know what's going on." That's more of Bill Clinton, sorry, but he's like, guys, come on, come on, pay your fair share, do your work, come on, wear the mask. I can't find my mask. Oh my god, I can't find my mask. Oh my god, I'm gonna be in trouble. Oh my god, Dr. Joe Biden's gonna get me in trouble. What? Yeah, the whole speech, right? Did he say like, when we're gonna the whole 2 weeks to get off the curvature, 2 weeks to fly the curve, 2 weeks, guys, and we're gonna get our jobs back. Everything will be back to normal. My birthday is next week. It's been January, February of last year. Does this make sense? And he didn't even not once say, "Oh, don't trip." Right? You have okay. Like, hold on, real quick. Right, back it up, real quick. Right? Mayor De Blasio, the worst, arguably one of the worst mayors in America. Right? New York City, Mayor De Blasio. We're gonna open up. People can go to work right now, right? Some people, but everybody's gonna open up July 1st. And then you have some other people on the news going, "Hey, we can't tell you everything that's going to happen like in September, but you can tell me what's going to happen in July, May 19th. You're going to tell me that you can tell me that the world's going to end like AOC. The world's going to end, guys, in like I don't know, 6.5, 7.5 years. You can tell me all that like for sure, right? For sure, huh? Oh, okay, but you can't tell me when the kids can go back to school." When people can go back to work, when I can stop wearing the mask, when the invisible enemy would just dissipate like a vapor. You can't tell me any of that. For sure. But you can tell me all that other stuff. How do I know that? Right? I mean, come on. I mean, I just want to know how you get to all of that. How you can tell me all that kind of, you know what I mean? It's like sometimes the weather people, right? You watch the little local news, you put on a little news thing, the weather lady's on, show you partly cloudy, might rain, and then it's like sunny all day, and you're like, what? They're like, I guessed it. It was estimated. It might. Well, there might have been a little blurb on the camera, and we thought it was a cloud. Oh, 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 for sure. Okay, for sure. Okay, that's cool. But these are impact. That's not really impacting your life that much. You know what I mean? Maybe you wore a jacket all day and it was a little itchy and hot that day. Okay, you may be putting a car jacket or you know what I mean? Not a big deal. These things are impacting people's lives. People are not being able to put food on the table, or their kids are not getting educated, right? Their bills are not being paid, right? They're getting further in debt because of what? Because of wishy-washy. Because of first you have even Anthony Fauci. Wear a mask. Don't wear a mask. Wear 3 masks. Wear 10 masks. Wear 20 masks. Wear 100 masks. Wear goggles and a gas mask. Wear a hazmat suit. Wear a hamster bubble. Go outside in a hamster bubble all day. What? This is madness, right? So he did talk about at the end. I mean, he talked a lot, put a lot of people to sleep, right? But he did at the end say, like, again, again, and even in Congress, no amendment to the Constitution is absolute, which is like, you gotta put y'all back in chains. Remember when he said that? That could happen. No knock warrant charges, that could happen. No right to privacy, that could happen. Right? I mean, there's lots of these amendment things that are, I mean, scary when people like that say that. And no one's questioning that. No one's, the media's like, oh no, it's great. It didn't really mean it like that. It's all great. It just means, for your own safety. It's like when the cops pull you out of the car and everything else, and they're like putting you in handcuffs. Hey, you're not arrested. You're just being detained. We're just gonna put you in handcuffs for your and my safety. Oh, sure. Mm-hmm. Sounds good. Mm-hmm. So you have to really ask yourself, right? If they can go back on all that, right? You even have Senator Tim Scott with the rebuttal, right? Because most people are talking about the rebuttal. They're not even talking about Joe Biden, the most popular president who got most dislikes and everything else, right? Right? In that speech, most pants on fire, Pinocchio, nose just pants on fire. Liar, pants on fire, right? Nose as big as the telephone wire. Remember that, right? So, but they're talking about Tim Scott's rebuttal, right? And they try to even say Uncle Tim, which is really racist, right? Not great, right? Shows their character more than anything else, right? But he said this is not a racist country, and it's true, right? Because even Joe Biden and Kamala Harris the next day had to come on TV and be like, yeah, it's not a racist country, it's not, right? Because I mean, we have people will say, well, yeah, we just on their token, we could just say that kind of stuff, right? But that right there is that's called cognitive dissonance, folks, and you guys should really work on that. But what I'm saying is, like, we're supposed to be Obama, right? The first black president. Oh my God, look, he's breaking ceilings. This is so great. We're all supposed to applaud it and be like, dang, that's so great. Wow. And then you have Kamala Harris, right? The first person of color vice president. Wow, that's amazing. Wow. Right? But then they go on and then they want to diminish it by saying all this other stuff. And it's like, so how can you have this breaking all these glass ceilings and we're all supposed to be applauding it and great and wow, it's even better than going to Mars, right? That's why nobody cares about going to Mars, because we're breaking all these other ceilings here in Earth, right? But then again, they go, no, we're not really doing that. So you should be over here, focus on this little thing over here. But it's like, no, this is beautiful stuff right here, right? Sure. In America, throughout our history, there hasn't been, it's not all fancy pants and lollipop. It's just an Owen Benjamin thing, right? But it's not all lollipops and rainbows and unicorns and it's not, and elves and leprechauns. It's not like that. The world is not like that. Life's not like that. You know what I mean? But that's why you get these triumphant stories like Unbroken, or you get these Medal of Honor recipients, it's like, dang, man, it's so cool, and it's inspiring, and it's, and it's a great story to tell. Everybody's like, wow, enthralled in it, right? Enthralled in it. And even like, but then you get people like MLK, oh my God, space his name. It'll come to me. Anyway, but you get all these people, right? Throughout history. And then today we go, oh no, because of an ideological thing, because we want to put points on a board politically, we want to diminish that kind of stuff, which also takes a lot of that other narrative out, which is why I can't be on the left, because they don't ever think of that kind of stuff. None of that stuff correlates. You know what I mean? It's just like attack, win, blah 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 blah, and it's like that's not necessarily a great thing. And like AOC, right? You're missing the forest for the trees, right? Right? So we're saying all this negative stuff, right? But okay, yeah. There are stains in our history. America's not that perfect, but we strive for perfection. It's progress, not perfection. We will never be perfect. Nobody's perfect. Nothing's perfect except for the law and order of the universe and the way things work, right? That's with nature and all that kind of stuff. And that's why it's unfathomable. That's why scientists and everything else throughout century, throughout all time can still not fathom the way any of that works. But yeah, we're so certain of all this other stuff. That's what gets me, right? I don't understand that. Like science is not settled absolutely all the time, right? Even Galileo will prove that, right? So, sure, there has been some racist stuff in our past. slavery, everything else. We've abolished that. We came throughout a lot of that. We had wars over that, right? So these are teachable moments. That's why the 16 Project is crap. That's his ranger. He's protesting Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. He's just protesting. It's all good. So we admit in America our transgressions. You know, that Turkey is not still admitting. Okay, boo boo. Okay, good boy. Good boy, boo boo. Good boy. Good boy. And so Turkey does not still admit the Armenian genocide. Good boy, boo boo. It's okay. Okay, boo boo. It's okay. It's okay. So anyway, but here in America, we admit all of that. We go, here, it's all on the table. Look at it. Just like with, you know, that's why the American story is so great, because we don't have the caste system in India or any of that other stuff like in the Middle East with how the Muslims, you can't ever, women can't drive, women can't do it. We don't have any of that. We sell, and if we do, we break all of that, and it's great, right? That's why the right needs the left, and the left needs the right for the balance. Okay, boo boo, it's okay, it's all right, boo boo. And so, okay, boo boo. Okay. So, sometimes, yeah, you know, but they be protesting. That's Black Lives Matter. So, look, even though that we have racism in America, and it's the same, that doesn't mean that America's bad, right? People do bad things, right? Like, okay, boo boo. Like George Floyd. Okay, okay. Knock it off. Wasn't a perfect saint, right? But the way he died, everything else was not great. When we still honored him, and everybody was like, "Oh, it's so great," right? We do that in America, right? And that's the American way. And that's why America is not a racist thing. That's why America is not this place that only Americans seem to just degrade around. That's why you have all these other places from, like, right? You have like almost 1 million kids, almost, right? 700,000 or whatever kids, right? We don't even know how many are packed in there, like a Roach Hotel in the border, that the Bidens and Kamala Harris doesn't want to go down there and show everybody, because it's like a Roach Hotel down there. It's crazy, like a bunch of sardines in there, and it's but that's supposed to be humane and everything else, right? It's supposed to be great, right? That's why people like on the coast of San Diego, where I grew up, right? They capsized, 4 died, everything else, making a makeshift thing, right? Just get in here, everything else, because we're not making laws where Congress is supposed to be making laws humanely. No, they're doing this for what? Right? Because they don't want the backlash. They want the results, but they don't want to be blamed for it, right? They want to blame everybody else and everything else, and that's why we need real leaders and everybody to really stand up. That's why when they start to do, that's why when even our political leaders start to attack personally, we need to push back on that and say, no, we didn't put you here for any of that. We put you here for results, and if you're not getting us results and it's just excuses, then you've got to go. You know what I mean? Like, we can't be keeping up with this stuff, right? Because even the Kardashians wouldn't be doing all this. No. That's why they lasted like a million, almost like the Simpsons, right? I mean, it was drama filled, right? But that's what Congress is. That's what they're supposed to be doing. Not over here lollygagging, dillygagging, and you know what I mean? And then just slow rolling everything out and then blaming everything and everybody else. They're to legislate. Okay, boo boo, stop. There's nobody out there. It's fine. Stop. Okay. You're so funny. Okay, so, but that's why. This is why they even our leaders, right, to just degrade like that is not a good thing. That's why everybody out here has apathy and indifference, and it's venomous vitriol, right? Because it's just nasty, attack, belittle, degrade, right? Okay, we got it. Black Lives Matter, we got it, boo boo. Right? But there's no positive. There's no like result. There's no like, okay, so there's no correction afterwards. There's no great thing afterwards. There's no lifting you back up. There's no, hey, yeah, you did something wrong, but here's how we're gonna fix it, and here's how we can make everything great again, or everything beautiful again. Here's how we can build back better again. There's none of that. It's just we're just gonna attack, destroy, and everything else, right? And it's why, and that's why even they don't even know how to even say anything else. So that's why that you know what I mean. And it's why we can't expect any of that from them. Otherwise, they would be doing it. You know what I mean? And that's why community, and that's why we need community more than ever. We all need to start coming together, meeting in the middle, like I said, a good sandwichy. Okay, we need to come in the middle, stay in the middle, right? And we can actually start to flourish, right? Actually, from the bottom up and everything else, right? Like a garden and sprouting beautifulness, right? That the world will ever see again, right? And be that beacon of hope that this world has always seen and has always wanted, and you know what I mean? And we can be that, and we will be that. But you know what I mean? But we need to actually start admitting things and addressing things, and not just be attacking things. But we need to be lifting people up and actually saying things. We need if we're gonna put things down or say something, we need an antidote. We need something. Okay, something's wrong. Okay, cool. Now what are we gonna do about it? Are we gonna fix it or not? Are we just gonna just have the issue? Okay, you know what I mean? Because that's how we just keep going in circles. Okay, because if we keep cutting corners, we keep going in circles, folks. Remember that. All right. All right. I love you guys. Toodles.